I'm Dhruv Baker, and today I'm going to be cooking with this wonderful wild Alaskan salmon. It is genuinely one of my favorite ingredients to cook with. It's nutritious, it's delicious, it's sustainable, it's ethical, it's full of amino acids, it's high in protein, it's got the right kinds of fats, it's full of vitamins A, B and D, but really importantly for me, it's sustainability. The fact that they've got wonderful, wonderful biomass in Alaska, the fishing quotas are set so that it's never going to be at risk. And for me, going forward, I think sustainability is one of the key aspects when it comes to eating animal protein. So to recap, it's sustainable, it's ethical, it's nutritious, full of amino acids, full of protein, but most importantly, it's delicious. We're going to start by filleting this majestic king salmon. These fish, they are gorgeous. I've caught one myself in Alaska. Not all salmon are this size, there are different species. This is the king salmon, which is the largest one. So what we're going to do is show you how to take off these beautiful fillets and end up with 2 fillets, which we can then portion up as we see fit. So the first thing we're going to do is make an incision down the side, quite confidently. If we feel along here, you can feel that spine. What we're trying to do is keep the knife this side of the backbone and actually this side of that dorsal fin. The lines are actually given to us by nature, which helps. Hand flat on the fish, keeping it as stable as possible. What we're going to be doing is smooth, long strokes. We don't really want to be hacking into it or jagged movements. Nice, clean, sharp knife, hand on the board, which will give you a bit of pressure to work with. And then we'll cut through that skin and follow that along. We're not going very deep. We're just following the line of that backbone. Just lifting the salmon up. Again, being very careful. And you'll hear we're hitting those ribs as we go across. We're just going to go down the other side, angling the blade down a tiny bit just to get over the top of that, keeping as much of that fish on our fillet, or our side I should say. There we go. So what we end up with is that first fillet. We will trim it up and tidy it up, that's absolutely fine. So I'm going to pop that to one side for now. And then what we're going to do is turn around and repeat that process on the other side. What we need to be very careful with are the pin bones. So they'll run up along the first and a third to the half of the salmon. Now, the ideal way of getting rid of these is with tweezers. You can cut them out as one piece, but I think use tweezers, get them out nice and carefully. But before that, we're going to take off this bottom section here, or the belly. So now that we've got our side of salmon, we can portion it up into fillets. Entirely up to you how you do that. You can take it as a half, you can cook it as a whole, but what I'm going to do is aim for pieces as uniform as possible. There are, of course, many ways of portioning this up. We can follow the natural seam down the middle, which gives us another option in terms of fillet size. I mean, it's such a rich fish, it's so full of flavour, but it's filling because it's so rich, so the portion size doesn't need to be huge. We'll do get one more off there. Now, as I said, there are many ways of portioning salmon. I've chosen to do it this way, but that's showing you how to take the side off, portion it up. Do bear in mind the pin bones that I mentioned earlier, but hopefully that helps, and enjoy cooking with salmon.